Greetings, Matt here from the CoinGraph Market channel. I haven't seen this many analysts this optimistic that the much anticipated XRP bull run is finally here in years. I'll just point out that it doesn't happen often that I see a number of experts come to the same conclusion at once that XRP is most likely about to run. Instead, I'm going to share with you some perspective from a few analysts stating their opinions on this. However, this has previously occurred for anyone who watched my channel in 2020, for instance, and I believe it was, I'd have to check a chart to be certain that I made the observation, hey guys, it might have been late October or early November. Something is catching my eye. Usually I don't see many of the analysts that I follow discussing XRP, predicting that it will explode and in a matter of days, weeks or whatever, realizing that it has already done so. It had been lingering around when it began to run, and it ran as if it hadn't run in a long time. If you were present, you are aware of the situation. For months on end, it felt like it would never go, never, ever, ever go, but then it was in the 20-something penny area. Numerous analysts noticed various things in the charts and thought, this pop phenomenon, these bad boys about pop went from, I believe, 20-something cents, whatever it was, to over 80 cents in a matter of a week or two. And I'm fairly sure that this occurred in November of 2020. So once more, what I'm observing is that this is the kind of setting. As I look at it today, XRP is clearly a lot more expensive than it was in 2020. Yes, it is lower than it should have been if the SEC had not attacked. But it also represents a far higher starting point in 2020 because it will not be constrained by the absurd litigation from the SEC. Thus, if XRP does, it's not absurd to believe that the face melting rally will eventually take place after more than 6 years. But first, before we continue, I do wish to be explicit. You should never buy or sell anything based on anything I say because I have no financial experience and I am not giving financial advice. Correct? I'm just a hobbyist that likes to create YouTube videos about various aspects of cryptocurrency for fun. This is a headline from the cryptocurrency basic XRP, which finally breaks the 6-year triangle analyst targets of $3.50. It's funny because in a previous video, I actually highlighted the chart analyst JD's perspective, which is what they're talking about right now. And I don't want to experience that once more. I simply want to bring it up. Something else is involved. But what exactly is going on? Maybe even if you look at the chart movement over the last few years over a somewhat shorter time frame. What does it tell you about this greater time frame and longer time period? Even though he's posing a question, you can kind of infer where chart experts who are passionate about cryptocurrency are leaning. He asks, when 2017 style pumps, hashtag XRP and so on. You all already know what happened in late 2017 and early 2018, which was the largest face melt XRP rally in history. You can see what that looked like when you finally got that big, huge leg up there. However, this part, the first leg, would have required me to repeat what I said earlier because technically it was in March, April, or even March. I would need to check. Just so you know, I'm talking in general terms, but in the first half of 2017, there was a first leg up and then the last blow off top that wasn't the rally's center of activity in terms of proportion, but if you want to speak about bucks, yes, that is the location of the face belt, which would have occurred in late 2017 or early 2018. He makes this observation because he recognizes that things don't always work out as planned. However, he also points out that given what happened when XRP began operating in the first half of 2017, that may be the case right now. Keep in mind that at that time, XRP was only worth about half a penny. He took that and overlaid it on the chart here on the left, emphasizing the events of the past few years for, I believe, 42 cents. Demonstrating that, to put it very plainly, your face melts if you perform a motion comparable to that. To put it very mildly, let's just say that swiftly above $1 and clearly in love with cryptocurrency, as if he believes that surpassing $20 is indeed in the cards. And then there was this morning's post from Love Crypto as well. Additionally, he wrote the bomb. To be completely honest, even if I am anticipating a pullback in March, I would prefer it to be a swift and dramatic shakeout before the eagerly awaited XRP bull run charts appear to present that opportunity. This is what history dictates must happen. First place, I'll pause to emphasize that even while I won't put a date on it, the rest of it is what I've been saying forever. Bitcoin needs to smash all-time highs this week. XRP is going to reach a record high. Bitcoin must accomplish this. It must take action first. I simply believe that there's little chance that XRP will reach a new all-time high if Bitcoin doesn't. So if I had to wager right now, and I might be mistaken, I'd say there's a good chance that Bitcoin will hit a new all-time high in enterprise discovery this cycle. And eventually we will see XRP rise. Pay attention, even if it's nearing the end of the cycle, as in the past they've been merely storm rushing for that. Even so, I'm going to wager for fun that we're going to have an incredible alternate season. Next, he states, number 2 log, see the XRP chart for the MACD to 2-week needs to print a bullish crossover. My name is MACD. I'll take a MACD. I'm not a graph. I'm not acting. You are aware of what that specific one is. MacD is, in my opinion, the newest hip-hop musician on the scene right now. Number 3, Bitcoin D's dominance needs to collapse in favor of large-cap alts rising. And you see that every time. If you want to have a whole season, what needs to happen in each and every cycle? In actuality, even though the price of Bitcoin is rising, you might still witness a decline in dominance as long as everything explodes in a more spectacular way. That has a very long historical precedent. He goes on to add that this theory would coincide with a brief bull market in which Bitcoin peaks at $100,000 sometime this year, and that March 2024 might replace March 2017 at this point. It's odd that he says that because I've spent years highlighting crypto that is clearly legitimate. He's been helpful with this concept of this scope and cycle. And in fact, I discussed tech debt principles in my last video. Raoul Pal, a former executive of Goldman Sachs, they believe that a larger liquidity cycle in central banks' balance sheets, which lasts for slightly less than 4 years, is what really drives Bitcoin cycles. Thus, the reason it doesn't exactly fit their idea is because of this. That would be consistent with those kinds of thoughts, though. If you were to suggest that perhaps you're seeing something that you know atop this year, that would further demolish the narrative surrounding Bitcoin, which I already believe has been destroyed. That's all I'm saying. And then there was this article by Dark Defender, a chart analyst. What may that mean, given that he wrote above 6,649, show starts now. If you follow the members of the XRP community, you will understand what he really means. When he writes above 6,649, he's talking about XRP. In actuality, he is discussing XRP exceeding 66.49 cents. He claims that the actual fireworks start when that occurs, and we've reached a stage where, who knows by the time this article is published, that may have already occurred in Oregon. Life moves quickly in the crypto world. Perhaps the entire market will experience total destruction. As you will undoubtedly observe, there will be significant setbacks along the route. Simply put, I've never encountered a cycle in which that hasn't occurred. Even in extremely strong bull runs, there should undoubtedly be some significant corrections. It has historically been more than 15%. 20% higher than 30% indeed it has taken place. If that hadn't happened, it would be rather strange. However, even in that case, I won't be in the slightest bit afraid. Then there came Dark Defender's post. He says that March 1st is today. This is the one from yesterday, since I received one yesterday and one today. March 1st is here, and XRP broke the orange to end the month. We targeted 64.62 cents today and hit 62.58 cents. Nevertheless, the bullish MACD is insufficient to proceed into Ichimoku clouds, and I have a strong suspicion that Ichimoku is one of those Pokemon guys aiming for the top spot. I apologize. The Fibonacci level is $1 followed by $1.88. In my opinion, Fibonacci, that's probably a really nice Italian restaurant, and they give you free breadsticks. Then he writes that 1 XRP will cause the spoon to bend above $1.80. That was yesterday, and now this is what you're getting. We want to reach 64.62 cents on March 1st. On March 2nd, which is March 1st in the US, XRP reached 64 cents and recovered from our Fibonacci threshold. Aim of 77.07 cents in a few days. $1 will arrive. Thus, he considers that swiftly and once more, of course, there is historical precedent for it as well, and that perhaps in the next days we'll see XRP drop from its current level to 77.7 cents. As I have stated even during the most recent